In the previous lab, you have learned how to use the Bluemix UI to create and deploy an application. In this lab, we will show you how to use the command line interface to deploy your application and also to do some other management like managing spaces and so on. So as you have remembered, when you created your application earlier and you completed that, you would be brought to this page. And it will usually default it to the Getting Started page. So from here, you could grab the sample code that has been provided for you so that you can customize it so that you could make the application into a functioning application that you envision. So in order to do that, if you're not already on this tab, then you would want to click on the Getting Started tab and then click on the Download button. So once you have that sample code downloaded, you could unzip it and then start working with the command line interface. So Bluemix uses Cloud Foundry command line interface. So I have some of the most common commands listed here, and these are basically Cloud Foundry API. So you could either use the abbreviation, like for example for login, you could either type CFL or CF login. And if you need more information, CF Help will provide a help page that shows you all the command. And if you just want to drill down into a specific command and you need help on that, then you can use CF Help and the name of the command itself. And here's some more example of common CF commands. So here to log into Bluemix, I have two examples for two separate geography. So depending on where you are located, you will have a different endpoint to log into Bluemix. Here is one for the US and one for the Europe. And as you can see here, we also embedded additional parameters so that you can simply log in and have it all already available and processed by the command line. Now, not to worry if you don't put in that additional parameter like the email and password, because the command line will prompt you to enter that during the runtime. And you could see from the slide here, there's some additional example that you could use, and I'm not going to read through that. I'm just going to leave it here for your reference. The manifest file allows you to specify the parameter for an application during deployment. So if there is a file found in the directory, then during deployment, command line interface would use that manifest file. So here's two examples of what can be in a manifest file. And there is some required information like the name and some other optional information as well, like you can specify the memory, the instances and services, and so on. And for additional information, you can click on the link below. Now, typically you will be working locally after you download that sample code. And then when you are ready to deploy to the server, you don't necessarily want to push the content of everything in your working directory to the server. So in order to help you with that, you can use the CF ignore file to list the files and the directories that you don't want to send to the server. So if you look below here, there is a sample of what you typically would want to not push to the server. Like for example, for GitHub repository information, that would not be something that will be totally useful to send to the server.